Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Got his man quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up. The run from the shotgun. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Stopped after making the catch. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Washington State has it all working right now. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Now on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Washington State will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Winston.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. What a grab and go for the score.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gets it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
When you start day 1 training camp running your base runs, you need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds his big tight end. And they get him down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
Looking deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Third down play from the gun. Looking to scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back to its own.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Off the play fake on first down. Avoids pressure. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it, to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Westbrook. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. This defense right now, they have no answers.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up second down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Washington State.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Let's go. Motion from the offense. Now the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds his tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. With jet sweep pass. Running toward the tape. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. He leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to pass on second down. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Gives it to the back on the draw. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Sam Houston is currently up big right now. I got to think Huntsville, Texas is ready to party long into the night. They're up 14 over Central Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Finds the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Oh, I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on for the football.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. First down for this offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll keep it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Running back goes in motion. Touchdown, Washington State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Washington State, 20.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And first down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He makes the connection. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Back open in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo here for the offense. They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab over the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. A 1st down for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him.